The Minnesota Vikings, nice and rested after a week off, take on the Arizona Cardinals this week, coming in with a few days extra rest after getting into the win column last Thursday.
Picked off at the 40-yard line. Isaiah Simmons. Simmons inbounds. Simmons all the way.
Standing ovation to the Cardinals and Saints, by the way. Over 70 points on a Thursday? Is this a... what day is this? Over 70 points. Anyway, Arizona looking to go 2-0 on the year with D-Hop on the field. DeAndre Hopkins will draw plenty of attention from Minnesota's DBs, especially based on what we saw from his 2022 debut.
Deep drop, 2nd and 7 to the outside. Open, making the grab there is Hopkins.
Hopkins caught 10 passes, 103 yards. Does it matter that Kyler Murray treated the rest of his pass-catching core like Woodies after getting a Buzz Lightyear? Threw at Hopkins 14 times. Rest of the team saw 15 combined targets.
As the open man, there he goes to the 40. Hopkins holding on, and a first down.
Variety may be necessary this week. It will not be as easy for Murray to get D-Hop the ball. Not if Patrick Peterson keeps playing as well as he has. 48.5 rating against, 7 passes defensed, 0 touchdowns allowed, holding QBs to a sub-50 completion percentage.
Bridgewater over the middle, it's Peterson again, who breaks up the pass intended for Waddle.
Whichever receiver has Cameron Dantzler on him, that's who Murray should feed. He had the Skull Waldo cap on at their bye, 2 touchdowns allowed, rating against over 110. Completion percentage allowed over 75.
Thompson with loads of time, and the pass is caught.
Minnesota's pass defense has been more Dantzler than P² so far. Rating allowed over 90, completion percentage allowed close to 70, while giving up fat Albert-sized yard per attempt and yard per completion figures.
We're down at 10. Bridgewater to the outside, wide open, first down.
They'll try and get right against Murray. He's been trying to get right all year. His Week 7 stat line was better with Hopkins than it had been without him. He comes in off his first triple-digit rating game of the season. Not a ton of yards, but snapped a 3-game INT streak.
Well, throws on the run, and that's caught. And into Saints territory goes Rondale Moore.
How much heat will he be dealing with? He's taken 16 sacks in 7 games, took a couple last week, par for the course.
In the end zone and coming out of the end zone, trying to do something, anything. Taken down to the 10-yard line.
But he's only faced pressure on 21.3% of his dropbacks. That's not a lot. Now, though, he faces a front that has applied pressure over 30% of the time. That is a lot. Over 30 is over the line, as Walter would put it. And they don't blitz much either. Don't have to when you have DJ Wanham, Danielle Hunter, and their lead QB Hunter, Zadarius Smith, up front. They have helped the Vikings devour close to 3 QBs per game.
Zadarius Smith getting right around the corner, wreaking havoc as he's done all game long.
If the pressure indeed shows up in Murray's face, he can always bolt. 30 rush yards in their win last week, 100 the week before.
Tyler keeps it himself. Off he goes for a gain of 18.
Vikings have faced 2 scrambling QBs this season, Justin Fields and Jalen Hurts. Both were plenty efficient against them. Minnesota has given up 4.3 a carry overall on the season, so not great.
Hurts keeps around the edge and bends it back down, fighting for the end zone. What a run!
That could mean another good game for Eno Benjamin, too. He filled in for James Conner last week. 92 yards, 7.7 a run, a touchdown. Even if Conner comes back, Eno should still factor.
So Benjamin, with their top 2 running backs out, he gets to start, and off he goes for 45.
Since we're talking running backs, let's transition to the Vikes offense and DALVIN Cook. At their bye, he was sitting on 4.8 a run, 4 touchdowns, 75 rush yards per game.
DALVIN Cook picks up a first down, still going, inside the 30. Cook inside the 10, the 5, touchdown!
Cardinals' run defense, much like Minnesota's, 4.3 allowed per scamper as well.
If you're a Saints fan, how nice is it to see Alvin Kamara with room to run?
How often will Minnesota bother running, though? Yes, Arizona picked off Andy Dalton last week 3 times. House called 2 of them.
Dalton underneath, and his tip and interception. And all the way inside the 10 to the end zone goes Marco Wilson.
But Kirk Cousins also saw the Cardinals give up 4 TD passes to Dalton. Both their primary starting corners gave up touchdowns along with significant yards. Rating allowed for the year now for Arizona, 97.2.
Caught by Hill, and he will barrel his way into the end zone.
So who is the lucky person that will get the task of covering JJ? Here I am, 18 today, happy, bright, narrow man, and pure dynamite. Justin Jefferson in this case, almost 8 receptions a game, close to 110 yards a game, rating on his targets over 100.
It's 3rd and 6. Cousins, nice soft touch, and they pick up the first down and more.
Is this the game Cousins and Adam Thielen refined their chemistry? Thielen is averaging less than 50 yards a game, rating on his targets low 80s.
DALVIN Cook, Cousins' pass is caught. It's Thielen again.
Cousins, in turn, doesn't have the same kind of digits we're used to seeing from him. Sub 90 rating, under 7 yards per attempt, under 10 yards per completion, 5 INTs.
Cousins throws, and that's broken up. Terrific defensive play.
X factor in this game, Arizona's pass rush, Minnesota's O-line. Vikings haven't given up a ton of sacks, but pressure percentage allowed over 30.
Cousins wrapped up, sacked, back at the 40.
Cardinals pass rush, 49 opportunities to grab a bag in week 7, not 1 sack.
Dalton flushed out, eyes downfield, finds his man at the 41-yard line.
Arizona still seeking the 500 line, Minnesota looking to increase their lead in the NFC North. Purple or red, who do you got? Lay it out in the comments section. I will lay out to the pick screen.